All right. Well, again, welcome everybody. I'm so pleased for you to all be here. Opportunity for me to share something with you all that's been a big part of my life the last 5 years. I guess it's kind of gone in and out in a little bit, but it's also been really consistent, and that's products made by this health food company, Purium. And I'm just really thankful that I learned of this company through my kind of primary asana yoga teacher, who I've lost touch with the last year or so, but he's someone I just really respect, admire, and when he introduced this to me, it was really easy for me to see it as something that was kind of meant for me, or I just had so much trust for his integrity that I was really open to exploring what else was going on with this company. And so I really dove into it right away, and have just continued to be pleased with everything that I've learned about it, as far as their integrity in being certified organic, where they source the ingredients from, supporting small farmers, even in other countries. There was this big movement to, was that the Philippines, Rachel, where they supported all these farmers to transition to,
Thailand.
where was it?
Thailand.
Thailand, yeah. And they kind of paid them extra in the meantime so that they could get their organic operation off the ground. And recently they've done away with all their plastic packaging, and they kind of came up with this new compostable, like coconut based packaging, I believe it is. And the co-owner of the company is also just kind of this nutrition mad wizard that does all this research and does all these different formulations. So there's quite a wide range of products depending on what your interests or your concerns or needs are. But for me, it's just like looking at the ingredient labels, like, wow, this is all stuff that I really want. And yeah, it's like all of it is good for everyone, really. You can't go wrong. But then there's kind of like a core four that you start with, and yeah, kind of like it's just a lot of really good stuff. I went to a convention in 2019, got to meet a lot of the other community and meet the owners personally. And again, I just kind of been continually impressed by the quality of the products, the integrity of the company, the vision of the company.
Yeah.
The bottom line is to reduce human suffering, or what's the phrasing of it, Rachel? To end human suffering, basically.
Yes.
So there's also this business opportunity with the way the company is structured, to where they don't advertise in traditional ways. I think that probably helps them keep the bottom line less, but it also just empowers people like myself. Honestly, like the money aspect of it really doesn't feel like we all have to make money, right? But for me, I almost feel compelled, like if any of the people I care about want these products, I would honestly just give you guys the commission I would make from the sale if that helps you to get the products in your life. You know what I mean? Because I just really feel that this is stuff that, I just want all the people I care about, everyone really I care about, but especially the people I know, to have a chance to be as healthy as possible. And there's been quite a lot of like wild transformations that some people have recovered and just have these crazy stories to share. I don't really have that so much, I guess, because I just never really had any really large issues to face. But so for me, it's just been more of a way to just make sure that every day is just a little extra healthy for myself. And even if I'm doing other unhealthy things, at least I know I did something healthy for myself. And yeah, so I've been using this kind of core four of products primarily for the past 5 years now. And yeah, so that's probably sums it up. Obviously, at any point, if any of you want to ask me more about my experience or specific questions, you can contact me anytime. But Rachel, you've been with the company, what, like 9 years, 10 years, something like that. So she's actually much even more knowledgeable at all the things I'm attempting to speak about right now. But yeah, so she
You're doing
is
great.
regenerative health practitioner and a clinical iridologist. and just a nutrition expert who also has quite an amazing story to share herself. I guess she'll share that later. Actually, a special treat for Father's Day. I have my dad here with us, and his name is Roger Senior, but we couldn't figure out how to rename from my stepmom's name, Cami. So that's why it says Cami under his name. But yeah, he's here too. And I guess, yeah, if you want to hop on, Dad, and if you want to share your experience, and too, Rachel, I don't know if you want to ask him certain questions, but or if you just want to go for it, Dad, that'd be awesome.
Go for it, Dad. You're muted. You're muted. First, you'll have to unmute yourself. Just click the screen and then find the unmute icon. There you go.
Yeah, you got to hover down over the bottom left
He's
there.
got it. Oh, he had it. There you go.
Oh, I see. It says mute when you need to unmute. Got it. Yeah, I of course had a family connection to Purium, so I got a really good introduction to it, and I got a lot of information. So my start with it was pretty seamless. In the beginning, I did a few rounds of 30-day or 40-day sessions, interrupted for one reason or the other. But my most recent experience was my most memorable and significant. I ended up with hypertension, super high blood pressure, which I never had before in my life. And this was about a year ago. I'm sorry, about 2 years ago. Super high blood pressure and super high cholesterol and overweight. And I hadn't been doing Purium regularly before that diagnosis, although I had already had some positive experiences with it as far as enjoying it and knowing it worked and having weight loss and feeling healthy and vital. But I did about a 90-day session after my diagnosis, and my next visit to my cardiologist was clear. My blood pressure was down to normal. My cholesterol was down to normal, and I had lost 40 pounds, which got me out of the overweight category. So total success that way. Beyond the other things I like about it, which is the convenience and the ease in that. I mean, you can have your entire 30-day nutrition, all of your food and meals in one little backpack. And I figured out how to travel with it and fly with it even. So very convenient that way. Plus, I was impressed by the fact I didn't have to shop anymore, except for my small meals, which was, not something I had to get, but I could choose to have the additional meals. Didn't have to shop. I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to have leftovers in the fridge. I didn't have to wash dishes at all, pretty much. So, I mean, that was very liberating experience. I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't necessarily want to close your kitchen down altogether for the rest of your life, but it's very nice knowing that I didn't have to do any of that. I didn't have to buy any other food or worry about supplements or vitamins or, I'm so confident in the product that it's everything I need. And that's a really good feeling to know that you're getting everything you need, even though you're on a diet that would allow you to severely lose your cholesterol levels and your weight, and you lower your blood pressure. So that's pretty much my experience. Been positive all the way. And I actually like the unflavored varieties of the shakes. So
Nice.
Even a big bonus there. I really enjoy it. So
Thanks.
it's been all positive for me. Thanks.
Thank you, Roger Senior. Oh my gosh, it's so great to hear your story. I've never heard it before. This is the first time I've actually got to talk to you and actually hear firsthand. How much weight did you lose? Do you remember?
I lost a total of 40 pounds in about it was probably about 75 days.
Good for you. Wow.
The first month I lost 30 pounds.
Isn't that amazing? I lost 25 pounds my first month. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's pretty
it
amazing.
was
Yeah.
very impressive and a good result. you know, it's
Yeah.
good.
It's easy to keep going. Like my first 10 days, I lost 10 pounds, and then that made it easy to keep going. I'm like, okay, this is working. So then I got inspired and I was motivated to just not stop.
My experience too.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
A,
awesome.
a little anecdote, I'm historically a pretty gluttonous person, and I like all kinds of rich and flavorful foods and traditional foods. So I would tend to wander away from staying on any kind of diet and end up, eating, too much rich, good, traditional type foods.
Mhm,
And that's what led to my obesity and cholesterol, I'm pretty sure.
mhm.
Um,
You would
but
yo-yo?
but when I get on the program with the Purium, I'm I I can, since I know I'm getting everything I need, I can pretty much skip the meals. There's the temptation to
Mhm.
eat with other people and have what they're eating out of politeness would be great if I could just have a tiny bit or a normal amount, but I tend to overeat. So the Purium allows me to just decline and know that I'm getting all the food I need,
Mhm.
all the nutrition I need
I'd love
without
to
having.
I'd love to speak to that, because one of the things that I want people to know is that they're not going to be deprived during this. This is really about adding nutrients in, and that my personal experience is that my cravings went away when I first started 9 years ago. I was really surprised that I had no cravings, and I was very much I was very organic. Ate all organic. I did a lot of smoothies. I ate really healthy. Yet I still kind of had like a soft spot for cookies and chips. Those were kind of like my downfalls. And like everyone has their favorite go-to foods, especially comfort foods, but I personally noticed that like my cravings went away. And then I learned why from Dave Sandoval, the founder, when he spoke on stage one day, and he was talking about how when we're alkaline, our tongue becomes alkaline. When we alkalize our bodies, which these greens, these super nutrients are like very alkalizing, that they actually alkalize our tongue. And so then we start to crave alkaline foods. And then anything that's not alkalizing tends to fall away. And that's why it's so easy. That's why people tend to really have success with this program, is because they're on a protocol where they're like alkalizing every day, and then sweet things start to taste too sweet. So I found that interesting that you were like more drawn to the unflavored categories of things, the unsweetened, the original flavor, which are less sweet. And that's probably why, because you've actually become more alkaline as time has gone by.
Well,
So
he's just kind of funny like that too. Like I'm the same way a little bit, just kind of like the plain flavors of things too. But yeah.
so you got his genetics, got it.
Yeah.
But I do want to give that hope for people because there's two things that keep people from, going for it. Because this is a detox, right? This detoxes the liver. This resets your this is like a cellular detox. It regenerates your cells. This is like pure liquid sunshine that you're drinking all the time, right? Plus you're getting all these wonderful, amazing supplements that are all organic food-based supplements that are like the tart cherry juice. That's not even a supplement. That's a drink, right? And that's so helpful for sleeping at night. I'll go over the products in a moment, but I'll tell my story really quick. While I'm talking, I had Hashimoto's autoimmune disorder of the thyroid, and so I was sick for like 9 years, and it's been 9 years that I've now been healthy. So I came to this 9 years ago, struggling with adrenal fatigue, struggling with brain fog. I had really intense like brain fog, and had a hard time really being in conversation with people, because I would get so embarrassed that I would forget what they were talking about midway. I'd be like, okay, I don't know what they're talking about. I forgot what they were saying. And I'd be like, I forgot what I was saying. What am I talking about? And I go, oh, brother, another one of those weird conversations. And so I just kind of opted out of hanging out with people. I was very much a recluse during that time. I just didn't want to be around people because I would embarrass myself. And I was too tired anyway to hang out with people. I was a wedding photographer then. I worked and I would travel around the world and photograph weddings. And so it was I was burnt out with work. I was struggling with my health. I couldn't really work anymore, to be honest. And I was also looking for like, hey, how can I both, I want to heal my body, and I also was looking for a way to earn income. I was like, how can I also earn income? And so because I just didn't want to do weddings anymore, I felt like I was really burning out on that. I didn't really feel like I was serving my larger purpose in the world. I felt like there's more I can do to help people. So, long story short is I ended up doing that. I ended up finding this protocol that I did some people do it for 90 days. I did it for a full year. And because once I felt that good, I didn't want to stop. And some of you know my story, some of the friends who are here, that I also, as I had, in the first 10 days, all of my symptoms went away. I literally was no longer feeling exhausted. I was no longer feeling, I didn't have brain fog anymore. I had like total clarity of mind. It was really amazing. Like I have clear thinking. I can remember people's names. I'd always had like a photographic memory. So suddenly I was able to remember everything all of a sudden. My brain just like literally turned on within the first 10 days. And I had so much energy, I started working out. And I ended up becoming, very into fitness. And someone very soon after noticed me at the gym all the time and suggested I join the team. And hey, why don't you, compete? And I kind of thought they were crazy, but I'm always down for something new. So I said, okay. And I ended up winning the competition. I ended up winning my first bodybuilding competition. And that was an amateur contest. And so then because of that, I was able to get my pro card. So then I went to the pro and I won the pro contest. And then that enabled me to compete in the international pro cup. And I won the pro cup, the international pro championship. So I just kept climbing the ladder and I just thought it was so funny. I'm like, here I am. I've never competed in anything in my entire life, right? I've never had any type of, I was never even competitive. It was not even in my nature to compete or do sports or any of that stuff. And suddenly I like went from 0 to 60, like all of a sudden I was like a top athlete on the cover of magazine and, had like a centerfold with like all these different, all these different excerpts. It was just like, it was crazy. And I was like, wow, these superfoods really are liquid sunshine. I mean, it's straight, like turning the chlorophyll and like just entering my cells. I felt more alive that was 44 when I competed. I'm 50 now. And at 44, I was at the peak. I'm still at my peak. I think I've been peaking since I was 44. I was at the peak of health, stronger and healthier than I ever was during any of my 30s, stronger and healthier than I was during my 20s. And I had been sick for a long time and just had not known it. I just kind of like accepted that as normal, But my digestion cleared, my energy, my brain fog, all that changed. My bloating disappeared completely. I'd been struggling with bloating for my whole life, really. I was always like joking around that I was pregnant, but I wasn't. So yeah, a lot changed for me. And it's been, 9 years now that I've been healthy, and I finally decided to get my blood work done. It never occurred to me to get my blood work done, but people kept asking me like, how's your thyroid now? What's your blood work now? And I finally thought, well, I don't know. I didn't care because I felt good. So I said, I'll go get checked. And my blood work's normal. And my thyroid is in normal range, and I'm no longer anemic. And I've just been like following these protocols. And I ended up going plant-based with this because it was providing all my nutrients. I really ended up not even needing anything else, so I felt like, okay, this is good. I'm on top of the world. So that's my story. And I kind of feel like I'm just seeing a couple of people on here, and I would love to see if anyone else would feel like just sharing a couple words about their experience, because we got a couple other people who've done this protocol, either Kristen or Gleneth, if either one of you would like to share your story. Out of the fog, out of San Francisco comes his face to kiss my head.
Hi guys. Yeah.
Awesome. Hi, Kristen.
Hi. I just popped on here, luckily. Yeah. So yeah, I've been on these products for about 1.5 years. And I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 9 years ago. And I didn't know about these products then. So I've just been kind of doing the best I can with nutrition. And then I found these products, and it's just upped my level of nutrition. And so where I was before kind of eating good and then not, and just kind of going back and forth, and having a lot of pain, having a lot of nerve pain. I had optic neuritis where I had a lot of eye pain. And so I've been able to just completely control everything with nutrition. And it's so easy. This whole protocol is just very easy and delicious. And I have energy like I've never had before. I used to have a lot of fatigue, and I have a lot of energy now. My eye health has improved incredibly. I was having a lot of like just darkness in my one eye that was affected. And I've noticed just it's brightened up. Everything's just kind of brightened up. My vision's brightened up. It's amazing. Yeah. And just not having any pain anymore. I was living with a lot of pain, a lot of nerve pain for many years. And just, you know, just kind of like, okay, well, this is what it is, but also terrified because I wasn't sure if I was going to get worse. And now I feel like I have complete control and I feel like I'm not going to get worse. And I feel fantastic. So,
That is amazing, Kristen. I love hearing your story. It's all of us have such diverse stories. I find it really interesting that we've gone from weight loss to energy, eye health, pain, inflammation, all that. And then Glenneth here also recovered from his sleep apnea that he had for years. Yeah, Glenneth, you want to just kind of briefly?
Sure. Yeah, I'll keep it a brief one, but I was one of those people that thought I was eating good, but I didn't feel good. Like Rachel, maybe, I was eating what I thought were good choices. I did have a few bad habits, but actually, Roger, you're an exception in that my understanding is that 7 out of 10 Americans now are on prescription drugs. And I was both for sleep apnea and hypothyroid. And I, like Roger Senior there, I had a lot of extra weight. Like a lot of men, it settles right in the gut. My first month on this, same thing is I was amazed that I was dropping like almost a pound a day. The end of the first month I dropped 25 pounds and 7.5 inches off my gut. That was the part that just blew me away. I'm going, oh my God. That's where the men, it's like, no matter what we do, it seems like we can't get rid of that when we get older. But anyhow, and I was due for a sleep study follow-up. So I did that and I was 1 breath from normal. So it had improved from 21 stop breathing incidents to, I think 5 is the part that's 1 breath higher than normal, because 4 is considered normal. But anyhow, I've continued on. I use most of the protocol most of the time. I have at least 2 shakes a day. I love the stuff, my energy, my vitality, my hypothyroid went away the 5th month. And I find it simple. I typically eat 1 meal a day. Sometimes I choose not to. I'll just have another green drink or something and I'm fine. So my doctor says I have the physiology of a young child and I mostly feel like that.
Woohoo! I love it. 70s is the new 30s. Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I think this would be a good time to kind of introduce this protocol, this 90-day protocol that we start with. So let's see if I can do this effectively. And let me know if you can see my screen. There we go. Okay. Let's move over here. So this is, again, the company is called Purium, and this is called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, which is a 90-day protocol that starts with 30 days. So you can choose which protocol you want. We're going to talk about the most basic pack today, the ULT, but there's also a collagen pack, which doesn't have collagen in it. It helps build collagen. But this is sort of the basis of all the packs. And so this is what we're going to talk about here today, is right here. So there's, we've been talking about these green drinks, right? These shakes right here. These are loaded with nutrients. One of these drinks is literally equivalent to about 6 microgreen salads. And it's just a very easy and convenient way to get all of your nutrition. One drink is so filling because it actually gives your body what it really needs. And so people are always surprised that they're not hungry, that these can be full meal replacements. Because, a lot of us think that in order to be full, we need more calories. But actually our bodies, when it's hungry, it's actually looking for nutrients, which is one of the reasons we can tend to overeat. Because when we get we don't really get nutrients from a lot of our food these days. And so it can be very hard to get our nutrients. So our body keeps eating, looking for these fuels. But this has spirulina. It has a lot of different superfoods. Anyone, you guys who are into superfoods, you've got spirulina, there's barley green juice powder, there's alfalfa leaf. There's a lot of great herbs and stuff in these. There's different shakes you can choose from. So I'm talking about all the different shakes. There's also shakes that got 5 different kinds of mushrooms. and herbs that are helpful for hormonal balance. And then as far as, then we'll move over here to the super aminos. These are great because these super aminos are very, very helpful for building muscle. Especially as we get older, we can start to lose muscle. This literally tones our muscles. It's designed to prevent muscle atrophy in coma patients. So that's what makes it. It's a powerful, it's not your branched chain aminos. This is an actual patented formula that is the same ratio of aminos that your body uses to make muscle. So this is literally, I believe, what won my award right here. I got fit real fast with those things. Over here, we've got, I'm just go to the cherry juice in the back here, because these are the main things, right? You've got your drink, you've got your greens, you've got your protein. That's what these are. This is plant-based protein, these aminos, right? So you've got your plant-based protein, and then you've got your apothecary juice, which is your juice, your fruits, right? So one serving of apothecary juice is equivalent to 12, the antioxidants of 12 fruits And we're literally supposed to be getting 12 fruits a day to have all the antioxidants we're supposed to have in a day. So this is really an important daily that I have not stopped for the last 9 years. Now, of course, occasionally I forget, something happens, but I really make an effort to get this into my body every single day to make sure I'm getting all my antioxidants. Over here, we've got the Biomedic. So this yellow package is really a flagship product because it removes glyphosate. So it's a probiotic, but it's also a prebiotic and plusbiotic. So this really has everything your body needs for really healthy intestines. And it helps our intestines absorb more nutrients. We absorb nutrients to our small intestines. We want to get all that nutrients, right? And so this is removing glyphosate, which is the toxin in Roundup. So Roundup is sprayed on, it's an herbicide that's sprayed on genetically modified organisms, GMOs. And so it's really important. If you eat out, or if you don't always eat organic, if you are ever possibly getting GMOs from maybe eating at a restaurant or a friend's house, or maybe you don't always can afford to cook organic, you're getting glyphosate in your body. And this is the only thing clinically proven to get it out, because you can't wash it off and you can't cook it off your food. And it just the liver just stashes toxins away. So you really want to get this out of your liver. So this is really important right there. Over here, we got the super cleanser herbs. This is like a gentle parasite cleanse. This will, anybody who has dogs, cats, they lick your face. You're getting these little parasites from animals. You can get them from touching money. You can get them from, if you've ever traveled and drank water in third world country or even in our own country. If you've eaten sushi, there's all these different ways that we are picking up bacteria, bugs, and things, and we just need to sweep out once in a while. So this is really a great cleanse. You take these for 10 of the days, your first month and your second month, and this sweeps out the colon. The first month, it kills all the parasites, and then for 20 days, those parasites, the ones that didn't get killed, will hatch out of their eggs, and then the 20 days later, you take them again, and then that kills the second set. So this package will literally be used for 10 days your first month and 10 days your second month. So this is a great parasite cleanse. But again, it's really all about sweeping out your colon, because I talked on my presentation last Saturday about how we get mucoid plaque, right? So fats that we eat, they end up rancid and they end up hard in our intestinal tract. And that's where all the bacteria and little pathogens burrow. So we need to get that out regularly. So we recommend doing this, 2 to 4 times a year, actually, to be honest, to just do the cleanse, just do the full cleanse. So this is your first month, and you do get to eat food with it. This is not a deprivation diet. Okay, this is not a fast. You get to enjoy fruits and vegetables, and you're going to be craving those more as you're becoming more alkaline. And then you can have like a clean green meal at night, right? So you can have these are going to be 2 of your 3 meals a day for the first 30 days, right? So you're going to have, it's like $12 for $12 a day. That's going to give you a meal plus your supplements for $6 in the morning, and the meal plus your supplements for $6 in the evening or afternoon, whichever other meal you want to replace. And this is going to do a great job detoxing and regenerating your cells. Roger mentioned that I'm a regenerative health practitioner, right? So I'm a detox specialist. So I actually am about detoxing cells. And a lot of us, you know, a lot of people, myself included, I'm speaking to myself, you know, I just thought like, oh, I'm getting old, I'm getting decrepit, you know, decrepit early at age 42. You know, like I'm getting sick and I just thought I was gonna have to live with this. And I've come to learn that it's not that our bodies are, it's not about aging, it's about accumulating toxins over time. And so if you can make sure that you're not accumulating toxins anymore, if you can detox the toxins you've accumulated for however long you've been alive, and just get those out and then stay detoxing, use these products regularly, the Core 4, like Roger's been using for the last 5 years. If you can use the Core 4 regularly throughout your life, you will be able to kind of keep that slate clean and have like a regular daily detox that's helping you stay alive for longer, but not just staying alive for longer, but in a quality way. Because none of us really wants to be alive for a long time and be sick during that whole, you know, time. We want to be well. We want to, people die of old age, you know, and that's something that we've forgotten, that there are people that don't die sick and decrepit. They actually have a healthy, wonderful life until the very day they die. And then they die naturally with grace and ease. And they didn't struggle up until that last point. And that's how I want to go out, to be honest. I would like to be one of those. So it's $12 a day. The retail value is $4.80. Whoever invited you to call, Roger, or whoever else, who has a 25% off discount for you. So you'll get it for $360. So that's a $120 discount. This is 60 of your 90 meals. This is for the first month. And then each month after that, it's it goes down. So I'm going to go ahead and click get started today. And then this is going to take me to the order page. And I just want to show you so that you guys know how to navigate this when you make your order. Right here, underneath month 1 today, okay, you're going to see where it says, would you like to customize this? And you're going to click that link underneath. All right. So I'm going to click that link. And so now I can actually customize my shakes. So what I usually recommend people start off with is 2 power shakes. You can choose a flavor. Okay. And I would, you know, he likes unflavored. So you could do 1 unflavored, 1 apple. There's 2 flavors for each one. And then the second 2 shakes I would turn into the super meals. So there's the super meal. This is the vanilla chai. And then another super meal original. This is what I recommend. So this is how I recommend you order, is getting 1 of each. And the first month is really important. I don't know what I just did. Okay, let's make sure that I'm on the right page here. There we go. So you can customize for each month. Okay, so you get to customize your shakes for each month. The second month, you would do, you're going to get it for $30 less. So you're going to notice that on the second month, the price changes. It goes down to $329. And so those are your first 90 days. And then it automatically, these are all automatically shipped to you. You only get charged when they ship. So each month you pay for the next pack, but you don't have to pay for it all at once. And then the 4th month is a maintenance pack. This is what Roger's been doing for the last 5 years. He's been doing this pack, one of each of those a day. A cherry juice once a day, the Biometric once a day, the power shake once a day, and the super aminos once a day. This is what I've been doing for the last 9 years, and none of my symptoms have returned. And I also do the full cleanse at least, you know, once every 4 months. So 3 to 4 times a year. So that's only $191. That's $650 a day for 1 meal plus all your supplements a day. So that's what that looks like. I just want to kind of show you guys. So in case anybody is interested in ordering, you understand how to do that. But I'm also open to, you know, answering questions right now, because if anyone's curious or interested and you'd like to ask, this would be a great time. And I just want to make sure that the protocol is also clear. It's very friendly protocol. It's very easy to do. It's easy to change your cravings, easy to change your habits. I say, if you're like scared of letting things go, I say, just add this in. Add this in, you'll see what happens. Your body will naturally start to let go of things that are not ideal for your body. Yeah. And you're also welcome, if you rather put it in the chat, you can also put questions in the chat and we'll take a look there as well. But you're welcome to come off mute if anyone does. Even non-GMOs are often sprayed with Roundup. You looked that up the other day. Roger, you want to say something about that?
Yeah, because I was just talking about it with my buddy that I'm staying with, and and so we were kind of looking into it, but yeah, because he uses another type of products, similar green drinks that aren't certified organic. So we were talking about it, and that's I didn't second, but it was just the first source of information I found that non-GMO doesn't mean not sprayed with Roundup. Only
Right.
certified organic means not sprayed with Roundup, but if it says non-GMO, they can still use Roundup on it, and it
That's
seems
correct.
like they often do, lots of beans and grains and stuff like that.
Yeah. Surprisingly, glyphosate is also used as a desiccant to dry wheat.
Right.
And a lot of times when people do this detox, they actually find that they're no longer, people who are allergic to wheat or even celiac often find that they're no longer allergic because they've detoxed the glyphosate out of their system. It turns out they were sick because of the glyphosate the whole time. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, will be really great. So we also offer a lot of support. We have a weekly call that Saturday mornings with the topic. Last Saturday, I think was on IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, GERD, and the week before that, I think was on food and substance addiction. We have like weekly topics, but people can come and ask questions, talk about what they're going through, how they're doing on the cleanse. We've got a support group, a Facebook support group, and there's a couple of YouTube videos with recipe, with cooking shows, how to cook healthy, eat healthy, make healthy sauces and things like that. So there's a lot of support. We're always here for you. You get to, unlimited text questions and stuff through your process. And it's really an amazing lifetime opportunity. Really, it's an amazing experience to have this in your life. And you heard from the people here how wonderful their lives have become as a result of doing this. So this is one of the reasons I love sharing it. And we're also always looking for other wellness coaches. So if you're interested in this, you're not pleased with what you're doing currently and you're looking for an exit strategy, this might be it. It was for me. This is how I exited out of wedding photography. This became my passion. I began sharing this with all my friends and family. And since then it's enabled me to put a few different kids through college in my family and help my family in the Philippines create some businesses. So, it's definitely something that could become a legitimate source of income if that's something that might appeal to you. So right now I'm not seeing any questions. So maybe we've answered them all. And if you have more questions, just let us know on the side. We can also do one-on-ones with you. If you have specific health issues that you feel like you'd like to have some privacy and conversation, we're also available for that. So thank you. Hazy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what your other meal was. Like, you have if you drink the shake, like what else what would you eat besides the
So
topic?
for instance, so I might have like brown rice and steamed greens. I might have some tempeh on it. I might have a salad with a bunch of different vegetables and fruit and stuff on it, even brown. I might even add quinoa to my salad. I might have black beans on my salad. That's what we did today. We had a bunch of different greens with kale, plus I put brown rice on there and some baked tofu that was organic baked tofu that was marinated in this teriyaki sauce. So yeah.
Kitchery would be good.
Sounds good.
But
Kitchery's
yeah,
totally
and
fine.
I know for me, and I don't know, just I'm one of the not rare people or something, but I'm more interested in gaining weight rather than losing it. That's my particular life thing.
And
so
we have protocols. We have weight gain protocols as well, where you do the shakes before a meal instead of in place of.
yeah.
Mhm. I'd also like to answer Keisha's question. Thanks for asking. What would you recommend for SIBO? This is so small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. I recommend actually sending to your friend, whoever is interested, the video we just did last weekend, because we talked all about that. I had a woman on the call. She did this protocol and her SIBO was gone. She did this for like a year, but she was able to get rid of it. Antibiotics didn't work for her, but this is what finally rescued her from her intestinal issues. But she also really followed the protocol closely and ate very clean and green. It's really important for people who have IBS or SIBO that they reduce fats. That's a very important helpful thing for anyone who is struggling with intense digestive issues. Fats totally get in the way. So it is really important to also remove, maybe doing like an avocado, eating an avocado, but not adding oil to your salads, not cooking with oil, making sure that you're cooking without oils. That's really important because you got to unclog the liver so that the liver can actually create bile, a healthy, strong bile that will kill the pathogens. Because the bile is what kills the pathogens from the liver, but it also, the bile, strong bile also helps create strong hydrochloric acid, which is the acid in the stomach that also kills bacteria. Since our body's really strong and powerful, our bodies can kill a lot of things that come into it from different directions. But it has to have the strength of the liver in order to be doing that job. That's why this detox protocol for the liver is so important. This is a liver detox, as well as regenerating cells and cellular regeneration, and also just like boosting your immune, it helps boost your immune system and helps reduce pain and inflammation, and it's pretty incredible. So I hope that helps. Let's see, any other questions here? Hi, Raja. Welcome. We have lots of
Hi.
videos. Hi.
Hello, all the way from Florianópolis, Brazil.
Wow, amazing. How cool.
I'm sorry I'm a little bit late.
No worries. You know what, you could watch the replay, but I just want to let everyone know we have replays available for pretty much any topic: multiple sclerosis, acne, diabetes, Hashimoto's, eczema, psoriasis. I mean, you could pretty much name it. And if we don't, and we're doing cancer this weekend, next Saturday's topic is cancer. So we're going to have somebody who recovered from 4th stage cancer.
I heal myself here in Brazil from cancer.
Good for you. Awesome. Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we're kind of at the end of the call. I don't know if there's any other questions, but it's been really wonderful to meet everybody and talk to you. And yeah, I hope that Raja, you listen to the replay. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, take care, everybody. Have a beautiful day. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you guys for sharing your story. It's cool to see all the transformations.
Yay. It'd be great to hear if anybody has any takeaways you feel like sharing. Thanks, Dana. All right. Well, that's it. Roger, you want to stop the recording? We end the call.